Today we are here. The news has been all over buying. When I say, oh God, I can't speak. Mergers, acquisitions, deals. Backroom deals, shady deals, maybe. But Sony purchased Bungie, Microsoft purchased Activision. So we are here to give you our take as middle-aged gamers. Getting into our 40s. Does this matter for you? What's going to happen in the future? What do you think? What's coming? What's going to happen for indie studios?
Sorry. Yeah, you're gonna see that I still monopolize, the time a lot. So cut me off whenever you want, because I have three comments to do it. I'm gonna shoot the second elephant in the room. For me, first thing when I saw Bungie is Halo. What's gonna happen to Halo? And no, Microsoft owns the IP, the intellectual property of Halo. So no, this is not going to Sony. It stays with Xbox. So no worries, Halo players. This is still Xbox for you. No problem. Second and the third comment is when Bungie says no exclusive, I want to say but, because Microsoft bought with Blizzard Activision, they bought Call of Duty. They bought a lot of license such as Bethesda, Skyrim, Elder Scroll, a lot of license which were previously playable on PlayStation, which might not be because Microsoft kind of want to put them exclusive on Xbox to bring back the players to them, because the Game Pass is not enough. I have the Game Pass, but you know what? I'm gonna put my title exclusive to kill Sony. But now Sony is trying to protect themselves by buying Destiny, which is an FPS, because they lost code. They need an FPS, so they got this. And maybe there would be an arrangement. I let you have Destiny on Xbox, you let me have code on PlayStation. Maybe this could be some kind of arrangement in the background. And if Microsoft say, nah, I stay exclusive, Bungie might come back and say, well, the boss says you do exclusive, I do exclusive.
What's your take on that, Adam?
I agree. I think there is going to be some leverage going back and forth there, and I think that there is a bit of this. In some ways, I don't think Sony's necessarily doing this as an offensive tactic. I think it's a defensive tactic. Like, we don't want to lose Destiny, so if we let Destiny, because apparently there are rumors that actually Bungie went to Microsoft first, and Microsoft offered them, their original assessment was 2 billion something, and so Microsoft was willing to buy them out for that, and then they went to, I don't remember. I heard that Sony was actually their third choice, but Sony was the one that offered the highest amount of money, because I heard that they were actually was it estimated at 3 billion, and the fact that the price is a bit higher than that shows that there was probably a bit of a bidding war there. So it seems like Bungie was shopping around. Oh no, yeah, it seems like Bungie was shopping around a bit, looking for somebody to kind of buy them out. And from what I've heard, one of the agreements that they had was, we want our games to not be exclusive. We want our games to be multi-platform. And that was part of the reason why Microsoft turned them down, was because they're like, no, if you're with us, you're going to be exclusive. So the fact that, so in that sense, I think that maybe PlayStation was being a little defensive, saying we don't want to lose this, so we're gonna buy it, and then then we're guaranteed not to lose this. As for, though, I think the real leverage, though, is, for instance, if you look at the wording that both Sony and Bungie used in this acquisition versus the wording that Microsoft used in their acquisition, it's very different. The Sony wording and the Bungie wording came out, and it was very clear, you'll be able to play our games wherever you want. There will be no future exclusives. They straight up said it, whereas Microsoft had a little more corporate speak. We want to express our desire to keep these things on Sony. So I think the goal for Microsoft is actually, I don't think they're playing, I think they're playing a different game. I think what they want to do is, I think they want to release Elder Scrolls and Fallout and possibly Starfield on PlayStation. But I think they want to do it through Game Pass. So I think the idea is they're going to use that as leverage for Sony, saying, "Hey, we can put these games on your console, but you have to only through Game Pass." So they're going to use that as leverage and try to get Game Pass on Sony. I think that's the plan.
Let me check quickly because I read somewhere that Starfield was an exclusive Xbox.
What is Starfield is exclusive, but that's what
It's
I'm saying.
exclusive, yeah.
Starfield is exclusive, and Elder Scrolls is pretty much guaranteed to be exclusive, as is Fallout. But I think that because Microsoft, the way they've been talking recently, and then with Call of Duty, they mentioned like, anything that's currently in development, we will honor those contracts. Same thing we did with what was it, Deathloop, and Ghostwire Tokyo. So they're going to honor all existing contracts. But then they said, our desire to keep Call of Duty. So they basically came out and said, we want to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. They didn't say we will do it. So, what's that mean? What's the difference between we want to do something and we are going to do something? So it sounds like maybe it sounds like they're trying to get Sony to play ball, and there's something that they want, and they're like, hey, we want to do it, but we want something in return. So I think getting, and Phil Spencer is a while ago said that the idea of console generations is dead, and we're moving into a new era of gaming. So I think that Microsoft, and that's the thing, like with you, where you were confused because you said, oh, it says Xbox, but Xbox is no longer a console. Xbox is an ecosystem. And I think that is, and Microsoft's been saying this for a while, Xbox is not the console. Xbox is the ecosystem. And I think the idea is to move away from the boxes, because ultimately consoles are sold at a loss. I mean, this has been known for a long time. And if Xbox can say, hey, you know what? If Sony offers our product, why even bother making an Xbox at a loss? We can just not lose that money, and then we can sell all our games on Game Pass across PCs, across PlayStations. If Nintendo's on board with it, with because Nintendo and Microsoft have had a fairly good relationship with Minecraft and whatnot, and then especially with streaming, you don't need to worry about really fancy power or stuff like that. So I think Xbox, and I mean that was part of the reason with the S and the X, is the S that's the streaming box, and that's where they want to go in the future. And if they're streaming, they don't need the hardware. So yeah, I think Microsoft's trying to get Sony to agree to put Game Pass on their consoles. So we'll see.
What do you guys think about the legalese of it? That in the sense that, when you buy something, it's yours. So Sony says, or Bungie said, yeah, it's not going to be exclusive, but actually they don't sign the paychecks anymore. Sony does, and Sony can say, actually, we want this to be exclusive.
Oh, they totally could. I mean, legally speaking.
Yeah.
I mean, so what's the likelihood of that happening?
From what I've heard, there's actually, I don't remember what the name of the law is, but there is a law that says something about, and I've seen people talking about, I don't remember what it's called, but basically it says that since they announced that Bungie's going to be independent, if they came in later and said that, we're calling the shots now, they actually could be found liable for that, because they made a statement that was later proven to be untrue. So yeah, but I don't know. I'm not a lawyer myself, so I don't know if that's armchair lawyers saying that, or if these people actually have an understanding of how that law works. I don't remember. Yeah.
What do you think, Antoine?
So first of all, I think if it's in the contract that they signed, and we'll never see the contracts because it must be a mess of 50 or 100 pages of legal blah, blah, blah. So we'll never see that. But let me do a parallel, if you will, with recently, you may have seen the movie Black Widow. Why did you watch it?
Oh, I didn't watch it.
I watched
it.
It was supposed to be cinema only, and it was on what's the name of the lady?
Scarlett
Johansson.
Thank you. It was on the Scarlett contract that this movie would not be released on VOD, and yet Disney put it nearly straight away on Disney Plus, which make her lose millions. It was in the contract. It's an exclusive cinema. We won't do streaming. They breached it. she sued and got lots of money out of it. So
She only got 12 million.
That's a lot of money to
yes.
me.
Well, I mean,
Yes, it-
for a Marvel actress, I don't think it's that much.
compared to what she would have
But the
earned
point is she
if
won,
it was exclusive cinema.
and that sets a
Yeah,
precedent.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That sets precedent. She didn't
But
win
even
as much as they could, but
Disney gained 11 million subscribers in December. That's like more than the amount they paid to her.
Oh yeah.
absolutely. No, so it's just maybe it's the same kind of thing, you know, if they say, well, I'm not doing exclusive, and
Or
they
just pay
come
a
back on
million.
it and
Oh,
say,
okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
maybe
definitely a
breach of
possibility.
contract,
Yeah,
and
look
they
at
pay
the
Bungie.
yeah, look at the legal cost and be like, well, you know, I will take a hit, but I'll actually make more off of it. So, you know,
Yeah,
it's like in
screw it.
sports, right? You know, if you know, if I foul and injure this player, but I win the game, you know, like play dirty. No, it's definitely a possibility.